Joshua, we're going to get started with our review. I am going to set a timer so I stay on time. We'll start with our visual. Can you see it okay?
D-E.
You don't have to...
well, yeah, that's the only person.
Yeah, it's only
D.
person. Right, and it means...
Down or away from. Miss, met, to send. Port, to carry. Erupt, to spew, no. To burst or break, no.
Mm-hmm.
Tract, to pull.
You can do your gestures along with it if it helps.
Cred, to believe. I forgot what that one was.
To believe.
This is to believe. Wait, what?
Yeah, so to believe.
Script, to write.
What was your gesture for that one?
I think it was writing on the 10 Commandments. Eject, to throw.
Okay, what was your gesture for that one?
Just like skipping. Dict, to write.
No.
Wait, no. To say.
Yeah, your gesture. What is dick or dict?
To say.
Do your gesture. It'll help. What's it mean?
To say.
Okay, I'm gonna put it back. We're gonna try it again in a minute.
Flect, flex. Flect and flex.
Mm-hmm.
To bend or curve.
Good.
Spect. To see. Bad or wrong.
That's miss. M-I-S, miss, bad or wrong.
Can't remember that one.
Okay. Well, we have like a frowny face, like unhappy. So means if you're unhappy, are you happy?
Opposite.
Right, opposite or not. Put that one back in.
Dis. I forget that one.
Not, opposite, or apart. We had our gesture of disarm. So dis means...
That doesn't make sense.
That's what we have as our gesture. It's on the back of our card. Okay, well we can change the gesture if you want to. Dis means not opposite or apart. Say it with me.
This means not opposite
or apart. What does dis mean?
Not opposite or apart.
Okay. So let's go back. I'm going to pull those ones that we had some trouble with. Let's go back and hit those real quick. Dis. It was pink. Un. Okay.
To say.
Read the word. Read the base.
To say.
That's what it means. Can you read the base?
Oh.
Okay.
Opposite.
Or not. Mm-hmm.
Dis.
Like disarm. Okay, we'll think of another gesture. It means not, opposite, or apart. Say that with me.
Not opposite or apart.
Dis means?
Not opposite or apart.
Okay. All right. Paddleboard. Let's see. What happened to my dry erase marker over here? Is there one on the board? No, of course not. Oh, here he is. He's hiding. Okay.
Shape.
No, you need that one because it has an eraser on it. All right. Eyes on me. This is a prefix that means bad or wrong.
M-I-S. Miss.
And it means,
Wait, no. M-I-S.
yeah, you read M-I-S, and you
I
said,
said M-I-S-S, and that's
oh, yeah,
descend.
right. Okay, so M-I-S means what?
Bad or wrong.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It'll wash off. Okay, go ahead and erase that one. Okay, eyes on me. This is a suffix that means past tense. It already happened.
Ed.
Okay, this is a suffix that means able, can do.
A-B-L-E-R-I. Oh.
Okay, and what's that mean?
You can do it.
Okay, can you speak just a little bit
You
loud?
can do it.
Okay, when you're spelling, I need you to speak just a little bit louder. Okay, this is a prefix that means down or away from.
D.
Yeah, good job. So what does, you need to spell it,
D-E.
and it means,
Down or away from.
okay. All right, this is a suffix that means action or process of.
I-N-G.
I-N-G, and what's it mean?
Action or process of.
Good. All right, this is a suffix that means act of or state of.
I-O-N.
Good, and what's it mean?
Act of.
Or state of.
State of.
Okay. This is a Greek base that means time. Chrono, right. You gotta spell it for me.
Oh, sorry. C-H-R-O-N-O.
And it means
Time.
okay. This is a Greek base that means feeling or disease.
Path. P-A-T-H.
And that means
Feeling or disease.
God. This is a Latin base that means to see or to watch or to observe.
That's a lot of respect.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I know that S-P-E-C-T.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, we're gonna do one more. Okay, this is a Latin base that means to build. To build.
S-T-R-U-T. Struct. Is that how you spell it?
So you have S-T-R-U-T. Strut. Is that what you meant? Or did you mean struct? S-T-R. Spell it with me.
S-T-R.
U.
U.
Struck. S-T-R-U-C-T. Yep. Struct. Like construct or structure. Okay? You left out the C the first time. So struct means,
To build.
okay, can you spell it for me one more time?
S-T-R-U-C-T.
Good job. All right, erase that for me. Okay, so instead of doing word sums today, we're going to do a little bit of a different type of morpheme manipulation. So let me get my timer started here for this one. Okay, so listen to me. I'm going to say a whole word, and I'm going to ask you to write either just the prefix or just the suffix or the base. So we're going to play around with these things, okay, the morphemes. Okay, so here's our word, retracting. What is the prefix in retracting? I want you to say it and spell it and write it.
R.
Is the prefix, and what's it mean?
Again.
Good. Okay, go ahead and erase that. So our word is retracting. What is the base in retracting?
T or
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
C.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what's that whole base together?
Oh, that's track.
Tract. And what's it mean?
I don't know.
You spelled it right, T-R-A-C-T.
I don't know. There we go.
Okay. So tract, what's it mean?
To pull.
Okay. Go ahead and erase that. Okay, the word is retracting. What is the suffix in retracting? Spell it.
I
Mhm.
N. Or I T.
You did right, I 2 times. I,
N G.
and what does that say?
N.
And what does it mean?
Currently happening in process of.
Good. Okay, talk a little bit louder.
In process of.
Okay.
Currently happening.
So our word is retracting. And now I want you to change the base from tract to port. So instead of retracting, we're going to change tract to port. So what's your word now?
Reporting.
Good. Can you write that as a word sum? R-E. Okay, you need to spell it aloud, please.
R-E-P.
Added to.
R-E plus P-O-R-T.
Okay.
Plus I-N-G.
Is rewritten as
R-E P-O-R-T. I-N-G.
and what does that mean?
So currently sending, carrying.
Okay. So reporting is carrying back information. And what the suffix ing means, it's happening currently. We are currently carrying back information. Let's do one more. So our new word is reporting. And I want you to switch the suffix in reporting to ed. So can you rewrite that as a word sum?
R-E plus P-O-R-T.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Plus
Reported.
E-D.
ed. Okay. So the whole word is rewritten as
R-E-P-O-R-T. E-D.
the whole word is.
Reported.
And what's it mean?
Already sending back information again.
Yeah, it's usually, this is, talking about giving back information. I reported back about something. Okay, can you erase this for me? We'll need it again in a minute because we're going to be learning a new Latin base. We're kind of sticking with just one Latin base this week. Are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
We're sticking with one Latin base this week. We did a lot of Greek last week. And I just wanted an opportunity also with that new Latin base for you to be able to review a lot of the affixes that we've learned. Okay, so we're going to learn a new Latin base word today. Well, we're going to practice it over the next couple days, but it's, here I'll write it on our brainstorming. It's P-E-N-D, pend, or another variation of pend is P-E-N-S, pens, or P-O-N-D, pond. This means to hang. So it can mean to hang. Let me make sure that I get all of its definitions along with all of its variations. To hang or weigh. Okay, so I have some visuals to help us, some objects to help us remember. So here is do you know what that's called?
Amulet.
Well, this time let's not an amulet. I'm thinking about using the new base that we just learned. Pendant. So it's hanging around the neck, right? It's an adornment, it's a necklace, it's something that hangs around our neck. Okay, so what is our next picture of? Suspenders, and it has P-E-N-D too. It has that, so it can mean to hang, or it can mean to weigh. So suspenders, okay, so it means also like sub, like under, below. Okay, pen means to hang. You remember what ER means?
One who or that which.
One who or that which, since we're talking about an object, that which. And then S, suffix S or ES means
more than one.
Okay, so suspenders, okay.
More than one.
That which.
That which holds up.
Holds something up below, right? It's suspending his pants in this situation instead of a belt. Okay, so now in this picture, this one might be harder for you to guess.
I already know that word.
What do you think she's doing with that?
I see the word also.
Okay, what is
Ponder. The only reason why I know that is because I was reading my book that Dad got me at the library a couple of years ago. And it had that word in it, and I asked Dad what it meant.
So you've heard that vocabulary word before. So pens, pond means like to hang or to weigh. ER we've learned means one who. So what she's doing here, when something is weighing on her mind, one who's weighing something in their mind, thinking about it, mulling it over, processing it. Does that make sense?
What is that?
What is what?
Well, obviously there's dispensers, but
It's ketchup and mustard dispensers.
Oh.
You need to see it bigger. You scroll up.
What brand is it?
It doesn't matter what brand it
I
is.
just want to know.
It's Heinz. So a dispenser. So we've already talked about ER can mean
One who.
or that which, because this isn't a person, right? That which.
Hangs.
Okay. And then dis means not opposite or apart. So this dispenser is sending something out, right? It's dispensing something. This time it's ketchup and mustard. Okay, so those are all three variations of that Latin root. Pend, pens, pond, meaning to hang or to weigh. So we're going to do a little bit of brainstorming for that. Then we'll make our cards.
Do I need?
I've got a pencil. I've got more than one pencil. Here we go. Here's two. But first, let's do our brainstorming. Let's see if we can think of 3 or 4 words.
Pens.
Okay, that's not the root though.
Pond.
Okay.
Okay.
But is that what pond?
Depending.
Okay.
Like depending on something.
Right, depending. Putting your weight on someone.
Ponder.
Ponder. To think, weigh heavily.
Dispenser. I'm just copying.
Okay. Well, I mean, depending was independent. You came up with that on your own, but let's see if we can think of one more that isn't as a part of our object. Depending, ponder, dispenser. dispenser, sorry.
Depend.
Okay, well that's just taking the suffix off. Okay, well, okay, so how about something that swings, what do we call the thing that swings back and forth like on a clock? Or have you ever seen
My grandfather house, is that what they're called?
Yeah, usually. Do you know what that
They
little
have that little like shiny thing that goes.
Yeah. And it's not, it's anything that swings back and forth like that. It's not necessarily just on a grandfather clock, but anything that can swing back and forth. Pendulum? Does that make
I've never.
you okay? Well, I'll find you a picture to go with that.
I know what it looks like.
But a pendulum is something that hangs and swings back and forth. So often that part of the grandfather clock does that, right? It hangs and swings back and forth.
When we were meeting up with your side of the family,
Mm-hmm.
on that land, they had a grandfather clock in the house. I saw it.
Yeah, and it had a pendulum. Pendulum. And we can add to more understanding about that. Okay. So here's our Latin base. What?
What if I want the
Oh, you can have the other pencil if you'd like. Does not matter to me. Okay, so we need to write our Latin base on the front here.
Which one? Those three?
Pend, pens, pond. Those
Okay,
are,
so all of them?
yeah. Since we're only learning this base this week, I thought it would be okay as well to learn all of the variations at one time. You know, like spect and spick. Those are all variations. Okay, now remember we need to turn it over and write the definition on the back. To hang or weigh.
Do I write that at the top?
Yep. You can see how I'm doing it.
I need to make it dark. Right.
To hang or weigh.
How do you spell white? 9.
Okay.
Okay.
So then remember we're going to brainstorm a couple words over here and then you're going to draw a picture to help you remember. Can you put your little line down the middle? So what words do we want to write? Let's have 3.
That was not straight at all.
That's okay. Mine's not straight either. Let's pick 3 words.
Out of those?
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't have
Where
to
do
be
I
out of
put them?
those. Right here, hun.
Okay, just making sure which side of this. Ponder.
Ponder.
How come you're making me too?
I've always made one. One for my deck and you have one for yours so we can go through them together if we want to. Ponder.
Pendulum.
Pendulum. One more. Okay.
Pendulum.
Okay.
Ponder.
One more.
Depending.
Okay. Okay, and now you need to put an illustration with yours.
Finish. Okay. What does an illustration mean? Like a picture?
Yeah, a picture.
I
Yeah,
A monkey.
How is a monkey?
He's hanging on a tree.
Okay, if that helps you remember that pen and penned and pens and pond means to hang. I don't want you to think about it being a monkey though, so then we need a gesture, an action to help us remember.
I'm done drawing the monkey.
I know, I'm just helping you think forward.
I'll be hanging on by his tail.
So he's hanging by his tail.
What do a monkey's ears look like?
Well, I think it depends on the monkey, but like chimps look like ours for the most part.
He could be eating a fruit.
Okay, well this is a quick sketch.
Okay.
All right, so what is...
He's holding an apple. He's grabbing an apple off the tree while hanging on his tail.
Nice. So what's going to be our action? Our gesture to help us remember penned means to hang or weigh.
To hold, like on a tree.
Like to hang on something? Okay.
I guess so.
Okay, well it doesn't have to be that.
I know.
It could be like pendant, like it hangs around our neck.
Oh, it's okay.
So arms up like we're hanging.
And where do I put that?
You can write it up there in the upper right hand corner. We're getting so many bases that if we don't write down our gesture, we'll get them all confused. Okay, so this is mine. I'm going to put yours with your stack.
I have my own stack. I feel so special.
Okay, let's practice it on our whiteboard. So, eyes on me. This is a Latin base. That means to hang or weigh. Okay, spell it aloud, please.
Pond.
Okay, or penned. I feel like penned is a little bit more common than pond. Okay.
That's the one I remember.
Okay, well let's see if we can remember both. And pens is another one, P-E-N-S. Okay, let's try it again. So this is a Latin base. That means to hang or weigh. Spell it aloud, please.
Pond. P-O-N-D.
Okay, what's another variation?
P-E-N-S.
Right, P-E-N-S. And what's our next variation, which is actually the most common, which I would like for you to put first next time. Like in pendant or dependable.
Pen.
So P.
E-N-D.
Good. Okay, let's do it again. This is a Latin base that means to hang or weigh.
P-E-N-D.
Okay. And it means to hang or weigh. What's another variation?
P-O-N-D.
Okay. What's our next variation?
P-E-N-S.
Okay. Now we have our literature connection. Let's put that to the side, please.
Okay.
We're looking for any word that has any of those variations for to hang or weigh. P-E-N-D, P-E-N-S, P-O-N-D, penned, pens, or pond.
Can I sign my name?
Sign your name to what? This?
No.
Okay,
No.
how about after we do this? Okay, so Grandpa's Surgery is our title. Do you see that base in the title anywhere?
No.
No. Okay, so let's start looking at our text.
But if you rearrange the letters, you can get pens.
Okay, well, we don't want to rearrange the letters.
The doctor told us that Grandpa would need surgery to repair his ankle. Grandpa will be recovery for about a week.
So are you reading it to help you find the pens?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he would not be independent. Do I do the whole word?
You could do the whole word. Okay, as independent.
As usual. He would also have to suspend his daily badminton.
Badminton. It's a game. It's kind
Game.
of, it's kind of like tennis. You know, the one with the little birdie.
That's not tennis.
Well, it's kind of like tennis because you have rackets and there's a net.
Oh, that's badminton?
That's badminton.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Zach have played that before.
Okay. He would also have to suspend his daily badminton game.
I can't. Luckily, the dependability of his family and friends would help him through his time. Pending
Mm-hmm.
a return, follow-up visit Grandpa could once again depend on himself.
Okay. So you underlined independent. So what does independent mean?
A or N. It means A or N. Pen. What does ent mean?
Okay, so ENT is a suffix. And here, let me make sure. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong row here, of course.
My wrist hurts.
One who performs or causes. So one who performs or causes.
One who performs or causes to hang away
Mm-hmm.
in.
Right, I know. So the literal meaning there doesn't really help us. I mean, it does a little bit. I mean, if we and not away, it means we're not hanging or putting our weight on somebody else. We're not depending on them. If we're independent, it means we don't need to rely or put our weight on somebody else. So if you can do something independently, you don't need help, right? Okay. So if you're dependent, like it says depend here. If you have to depend on someone else, that means you're having to put your weight away from yourself on somebody else. Do you understand? Okay, don't do that right now. If you need that tag out, we'll take it out later. Okay, so pending means we're hanging on something, we're waiting on something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, will you read that to me again? Grandpa's surgery.
The doctor told us that Grandpa would need surgery to repair his ankle. Grandpa would be in recovery for about a week, so he would not be as independent as usual. It would also have to suspend his daily badminton game. Luckily, the dependability of his family and friends would help him through this time. Pending a return follow-up visit, Grandpa could once again depend on himself.
Great. Okay, so if he has dependability of his family and friends, so dependability would mean that you're, what is ability or able or able?
You can.
You can do it. So he could depend on his family. He could put his weight or trust in his family to take care of him. All right. I'm going to mark our phoneme grapheme chart.
Do I put the day first?
You can. You can put your name and the date. I'm going to mark our phoneme grapheme chart.
Do I do the day or the month first?
It's the month.
I put the month first?
Yes, babe.
Okay, I forgot.
It's always the month first, so it's
5
6.
or
No, we're in
6?
May or in June now. 6.
Oh yeah, 6. Slash, it's the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
6, 6.
23.
Oh,
The
yeah.
year. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
So,
forgot we were in 20. I thought it was 2022.
okay. So go ahead and put your name on there real quick. And we're gonna do some dictation. Okay, but we're not gonna film that part. So I need you to turn off the video.